Hello and welcome on my YouTube channel. My name is Cordula Böck, and here you get the best tips for your cybersecurity and how you can stay safe online. And first, thanks for my new follower and my watchers on YouTube. Today we want to talk about an interesting topic. How secure is the Firefox browser and is it a good choice in 2026? Why I recommend you for your business or in the home office, Microsoft Edge, and why Firefox is not so secure if you think if Firefox is secure. There is a community, Firefox has a community, they love this browser, but Claude Mythos has found in the last month more as 400 vulnerabilities in gaps, and we will find out how good is the Firefox browser, how modern is the Firefox browser, and how good is this for your privacy. So let's get started first with Firefox. I have made a video in the last weeks, it's a little bit longer time, about Firefox tutorials and about the Edge. How good is the Edge browser, how good is the Firefox browser. But in this video, we want to talk about the Firefox browser, how it is a good choice in 2026, and why, in my opinion, is Microsoft Edge the better choice in 2026. And for what is it the better choice, of course. So now here are my new Firefox installation. We have here all interesting sites that we have visited, sites that we recommended from Firefox. We can change this and we can change here our homepage, our start. We can change it all the things. We have on the sidebar the ChatGPT. We can change it all this. We can use Copilot, Google Gemini, or Late Chat, and we can change it that we don't use would like AI in the settings. Then we have here the reading tabs and the history of our browser that we can delete it. And we have here our bookmarks. So I tell you, I have made a video about Firefox browser. You can watch it again. I would not talk about all topics, not all settings. We talked about the important settings. Is it Firefox a good choice or isn't it a good choice? In my opinion, is it a good choice for privacy? It's the best browser, one of the best browser for privacy. You can use it and you can make here some settings. You see it here. I have uBlock Origin, I have WP Ghost, and what's this? The privacy badge. Yes, and there are a lot of other add-ons that you can use for your privacy, that you have a safe and secure browser. If I go to this Firefox add-ons, you can choose of a lot of add-ons. That's the uBlock Origin is the most popular plugin. Extensions, yes, of course, extension add-ons. No script security, it's interesting. It's not so useful, but there are some cryptominers. You can use it for your privacy and for your stay safe privacy and security. Of course, here you can find here some other things. The AU and Edge blocker is a great choice. We have DuckDuckGo as search engine. You can use Startpage or Quant as a search engine as than Google. And then we have Bitwarden Password Manager, Keeper or Password Manager, of course. The ad blocker for YouTube, it doesn't work so good. I have now YouTube Premium because all those ad blocks work not so great. YouTube send to you always ads. You see always ads on YouTube. This Sandra lays, that's interesting if you used social media and Facebook and no script, security suite, no code, no crypto code, no other code. Yeah, and there's some other plugins for your privacy that you can stay safe and secure. The most important, of course, is uBlock Origin, and you see it here. If I go to my favorite special site, Computer Belt or Chip in Germany, Brave is here really harder than Firefox. But you see it here with uBlock Origin also. And Firefox is a little bit slowly, of course, on my older laptop here. You see the danger, the difference. That is the Chromium browser, all Chromium browsers are a little bit faster. Gemini, now here it's only 6 records will be blocked, okay? And we have here 1 and 4. Yes, that's so a little bit more as 10. I think the more is 10 because Brave find here 24 that you can block. Firefox is not so great with these options, but you can block the most trackers and some other advertising. There are a lot of advertising, there are a lot of trackers. That's all on all big magazines, so you can block it with these tools. That's the first option. You have here a lot of add-ons and you can change this themes and all. You can change it all in Firefox. That's really a thing that is good in Firefox. That's that you can use in Firefox that make Firefox great again. But it's not so that Firefox is the only browser that you can change it. Vivaldi is a browser that you can change all in Vivaldi. The Firefox has no really branding like privacy, or you can change all in your browser. That has other browsers now too. So we go to the settings and we can here see the general settings. We can open a new tab, we can import data, and we see the general setting. We can open links. And for us, it's interesting language. No, it's not interesting language and appearance. That means that you can change always. You can make a dark mode or light mode. Really, I said I have made a tutorial about a Firefox browser who I explained that's to how work Firefox. And it's interesting in this browser to find out what make Firefox secure and what make him not secure. That's a little bit difficult to find out what he make not secure, because the problem is the code. The code they based on 21 really old code, and gaps and threads they are in the Firefox browser of 2026, and you cannot see it. You see only the front end of Firefox, not a back end. You see it, so it is so will not find out where this gaps and this threads. You can find it out. You can read this code, but the real problem is the normal users see this not. So we can change here the language. We can change here the design of the Firefox browser, and we see here the last Firefox updates. That's interesting. We can see here the history of the Firefox browser. That's interesting, the history. No, there's nothing. Check for updates. That's interesting in all browsers, of course. My recommend as cybersecurity experts, look that the browsers are always updated, that you have always the updated version, and that you use an actually browser. No browser like Palm Moon, Matterfox is not a great choice. It's a little bit difficult than Firefox. Automatically install updates, that's great when Firefox is not running. Check for updates, but let's choose you installs them. No, that's a better choice, automatic when Firefox is not running, automatic updates, like on Windows. Browsing, you see it here, use auto scrolling, use smooth scrolling, show through a keyboard, that's the browsing, the settings of the browsing, you can change in your browser. And the proxy settings. For us, it's interesting the search. You can change as a search engine like DuckDuckGo, Perplexity, Bing, and some others. Yes, I have this to explain in other videos. And browsing history, of course, search shortcodes, some things you can use with these shortcodes your favorite search engine. And then will Firefox search it on this search engine like Ecosia or Perplexity. The privacy settings are standard. Yes, the tracking protection is standard. They block the most trackings and content private in Windows. They cross sites, cookies in all Windows, social media trackers, crypto minus, of course. Yes, you need not just as a plug-in. Fingerprinters is new. The fingerprinters is now a new feature, and you can use strict and you can use customer, that you can say that's difference. I would like to change it always self, or you can say I like the standard or the stronger version. But if you use the stronger version, then can happen that some websites doesn't work it. And if you use customer, you must know what you do. What would you really block? Will you only block tracking, crypto miners, or would you like not to block? You can change this all. You can save what you want, and what's for you the right decision, the right option. But this option is okay. I have used the standard decision. And if you say I would block all things, I would block all trackers and all advertising, use the strict decision. So that's the thing that make Firefox to a great and secure choice in 2026. Privacy and security settings. And one feature is always interesting that helps Firefox to save his community, say I so. The blocked AI enhancements. If you say I wouldn't like AI, you can block it, and there is no AI, you see it. You can send Mozilla Firefox that you don't say it, I would use AI, I give not my feedback, not my right to AI. I would like no AI, I would like a normal browser and no AI browser. So you can here block and change all the things or available, and that's your free opinion, your free choice. So you can block it. That's the good things that Mozilla make right, that Mozilla make to a good browser. And you see it's a modern interface, a modern front end, sorry. And you have here a lot of settings that Firefox, that you use Firefox to change some things. You can synchronization with your tablet or with your smartphone. You can here say what's your privacy, what you would like for your privacy. You can change your search engine, and you can optimize and customize your home, your feed, your start, whatever. You have here the general settings. Yes, of course. And one thing that for Firefox is it a great choice that you use the browser are the add-ons. There are a lot of add-ons, a lot of themes to make Firefox nicer. Then we have here some other things. You can new tab, you can use it a profile, you can your downloads and your history managing. You can use the password manager of Firefox, but you mustn't use it. And now you have here some other settings, but this is the settings out here now, and save page, some things like extension and themes, and all these things. I have talked about all these things in my Firefox tutorial. This video is on my channel. You can look on this video where I explain all these things. So back to the topic. Is Firefox a great choice in 2026, or isn't it a great choice? The problem is that look very great for user. They download Firefox and say, oh, Firefox is a great choice, a little bit slowly, but I'm very happy about my privacy. So I say, as conclusion, it is a great choice for your privacy. And it's really, Mozilla is the only browser that's not based on Chromium. So if you said, I don't like Google, I don't like Chromium browsers, that's the only choice that you have. And Firefox, it's a little bit similar to Firefox. So if you said, I don't like the Google network, the Google tools, all what Google give to us, so use Firefox. And if you said, I want a browser that's really based on an other code, that's other than different than Google, use Firefox. Firefox has a community. Firefox fixed the patches. Yes, the community is really to do this, to fix these patches and these gaps. And Firefox is a modern browser. He based on the code of Rust. But the problem is this vulnerabilities was a lot at the last months. 423 vulnerabilities in gaps in Firefox. And the community said that's a lot. They cannot fix this all every month for more than 400 gaps. So I hope for Firefox and for the community and personnel, that's not every month that he have 400 vulnerabilities or more. that's a lot, and to fix it for open source project. And Google has more money and more resources. I think Google is here a better choice than Firefox, because he has more personal, more resources. It's a bigger company. Yes, it's a big company. It's one of the biggest in the Silicon Valley, and Firefox has this not. Firefox need his community. Firefox need the feedback of his community. And you support this browser, Firefox browser, if you use him. So I'm not saying Firefox is bad, don't use him. Firefox is terrible. I say as cybersecurity expert, don't use Firefox. No, never. I said you must know that Firefox has this vulnerability and gaps. And you must know what do you with this browser, and how critical is the risk for privacy, person, of course, for personnel, for home office, and for business. In my opinion, for business, the risk is too high. For a private person and for privacy in the home office, it's okay. But what do you look at on Firefox? What are you searching? You looked videos on YouTube? It's okay. You block it? It's okay. And if you're searching someone, it's also a great browser. But more things are always a little bit difficult and dangerous. If you use all add-ons, perhaps, or a lot of add-ons, that's the great risk. It's there a problem, and that can happen at Chromium add-ons also. It's always a risk to use a lot of add-ons and extensions. So the conclusion is Firefox is a great browser in 2026, but it isn't a secure browser in 2026. Firefox has a lot of maintenance and it had a lot of problems to fix it. And if Mozilla fixes problems, I think it can be back a great browser again. The best years of Firefox, I remember me about 2010, about 2017, Firefox was great. Firefox Quantum. And in the last years, Firefox lost a lot of his community because he makes some mistakes about AI, about tracking, and all these things that happened in the last time. If she changed this, I think they have really a choice to get back a great browser. So now the next is why I recommend the Microsoft Edge browser, especially for business. I use Microsoft as second browser, perhaps. What means perhaps? I have used Vivaldi for a long time. So now I use Microsoft Edge as first browser, but he was my second browser. And yes, I know the problems and what people now think about me. That's not a good browser. Windows said I must use this browser. I didn't want this browser. It's not good for my privacy. I hate Microsoft Edge. It's terrible. How can you recommend Microsoft Edge? And I give you the right. You have right. Microsoft Edge is a terrible browser. What means the privacy? And it's not good that Microsoft and Windows blocked all other browsers, especially Chrome, and said we are a better browser. Yes, that's the problem, of course. But the good thing is it's the best browser for the business and for companies, because the most companies here in Germany and worldwide working with the Microsoft tools, with Microsoft Office Suite. And Microsoft has a great browser. Sorry, I must so to say to you. I like him. And you can change here a lot of things. I have made here a tutorial also to this feed, you can change always here. You can personalize your start size, your home. You can change it here, your websites and your recommends from Microsoft Edge, and you can use Microsoft Copilot as your assistant. That's now a great feature in 2026 and one of the best feature in my opinion. So why I recommend you Microsoft Edge? The only point, in my opinion, the best point is the Microsoft tools. If you have a business or company, you use Outlook, perhaps you use OneDrive, the OneDrive Cloud, and Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and all these things, and you work it in a Microsoft Edge browser. Worked always in all browsers, but at best in a Microsoft Edge browser, of course, yes. And you can get very easy to OneDrive and to get a new Word document, a new Excel document, whatever. So I use this in my browser. But that's not the only ground why it's a great browser, in my opinion. He is fast, he's faster, has a good speed. He based on Chromium. He have a great sandboxing model, and the best is, in my opinion, in the settings, that you can change it here. More, you can do more for your secure. Where was it? I see it here anywhere. Tracking. Yeah, tracking prevention is a great point also. You can use it balanced and strict. Yes, Microsoft has this, and it's good for your privacy. If you use this balanced and strict, it's not safe, and Mozilla Firefox is here really better and brave, of course, also. But here it's a basic thing for your privacy, a basic prevention, and you can use strict to block all trackers and all website trackers, but it can happen that the website doesn't work now. And basic, of course, yeah, don't use it. Then Microsoft Edge track you also. But it's really a great choice to use these things, and you can change it here. What would you like to track? What would you like to do with the things? And now always use strict tracking prevention. That's right. Make here choice, and here also that's a great optional. You and Copilot, you can change it here. If you not would like to use Copilot, you can deactivate here, and then save option like in Firefox. If you not like, use AI. Appearance, we have talked about in my tutorial. We have a default browser. I've talked to this in my tutorial also. And about all the other things like start, home, and new tab, you can open here new tab, and you can open it a new tab with the Copilot. And yes, the things are always right. I have talked to this. Now I'm searching someone. System performance, languages, download ability. I have talked here always about things in my tutorial. Languages, of course, it's similar. It's clear. Downloads, it's clear. Ability means but what you change it in a browser, that it's better to see it, that you have page zoom and page colors, and all this mean the designs and the usability of the browser. The system performance also, you can change it here, the performance and the systems, the background mode, and the hardware activation, the startup boost, and all the other things, proxy settings, but I have never changed it here someone. The only interesting thing for me is the accessibility and the usability, because I want to have the design browser, and I've never changed it here in a performance that use I and change I in Windows and not in Microsoft Edge itself. So now I search it this one with the security here. So here, that's what I mean. Protect from harmful sites and downloads. And this make Microsoft Edge more better than Chrome. Very more better. You can here protect from sites and downloads. You can block potentially unwanted apps. You can clear private load sites, and alerts you about insecure public sites. And the next is Scareware Blocker. Block sites, detected scams. Share detected scam sites with Microsoft Defender Smart Screen. That is this, what I mean. I talked to Microsoft Copilot, and he told to me the Microsoft Edge browser is the securest browser. And I asked him why. And he said to me, Microsoft Edge works as best browser with the Windows Defender. And it's only one point that why I recommend Microsoft Edge browser, because he is compatible with Windows Defender to 100%. That means not that Chrome or Vivaldi doesn't work with the Microsoft Defender, but this is a product of Microsoft, of course, and the Windows Defender is always a product from Microsoft. Of course, that's the best option to activate all the things that he work it with the Microsoft Defender. And change your security on the web. Behind balance recommend, yes, that's right, add security migrations for sites you don't visit frequently. Most sites work as expected. You can use strict, but it's happened that the most website doesn't work it. Site preference, for ancient security. That's also active, always on strict level or level security when browsing in private. That means that you always use private window, and here we have use Microsoft Edge secure network. Of course, that's also a great choice. Built-in VPN to protect against online trackers. For you get 5 gigabit for free VPN in a month. It's not a lot, but it's a great choice. Secure network, like the only one this browser does have is the Opera browser, and Microsoft Edge has this browser, this feature now with VPN also. So if you choose the things, what have we here now? Yes, VPN, okay. If you use the settings and things in Microsoft Edge, it's a great choice because you have the securest browser with the Windows Defender. But the best for privacy isn't it? This is one of the most terrible browsers for privacy after Chrome, of course, because Microsoft EU tracking, and because the recall a really talking topic on YouTube. So the next thing you can use with Copilot, you have here great settings. And one thing that I like on Microsoft Edge is the screenshot tool and some other more tools like shopping. I use this, and the secure network, of course. Here are some interesting features and some interesting things. If you're reading some things, you can reading in dark mode, you can reading in full mode, and yes, some other interesting features in a new Windows. And what have we here also? Browser manager, performance. I didn't see it here. It must just save as page. Here. Find. No, this was the screenshot tool. More tools. Collection, of course. Now, here is it. Collection are great too. The only browser that it have is the Opera browser. And collection means you can sample some websites. You can sample example and collection some pictures, but in first things websites that you like it. You can here add a new collection like content marketing, SEO, or investing, and other topics, and you can save all websites that you like. I know this feature is not so interesting in 2026 as Microsoft started in 2019, I believe. It was a great feature because you can here save all your blogs that you like, all your websites that you like, and you can save it here. It's now an interesting feature, but it's not the best feature in Microsoft Edge. And some other interesting settings that you can change it here in Microsoft Edge. So I recommend Microsoft Edge for your personal and for the business. Yes, it's really a great browser for the Microsoft tools, of course, and it's a speed browser, a secure browser. Based on Chromium, he have a great sandboxing model, and he get really often updates. Always, if Chrome updated, Microsoft Edge is one of the first browsers that get this update also. So the conclusion of this video is use this browser that you like, of course. But now that Firefox is not so popular as 10 years, for 10 years. This Firefox has a lot of problems in the past, and that Firefox has a smaller community than Google or Microsoft. That's big companies. They have a lot of money, and they can fix these problems, these patches, and these gaps and these vulnerabilities. They have the money to do this. And yes, it sounds a little bit crazy. They have the might to do this. Mozilla Firefox is really he needs his community and the support of this community. I've said this, yes, I know, but it's really so because it's an open source project, and the other browsers, Microsoft Edge, Chrome, and Safari, are the big three. They have the money, and they have the users. They like these browsers. They use this browser every day, and businesses just use this browser every day. So the question if Firefox is a good choice in 2026 and a secure choice is clear. It is not the securest browser, but it is a great choice for your privacy. Firefox stay one of the best browsers for your privacy. And I think Mozilla will not give up. If will Mozilla Firefox give up, that would be terrible, because then is Google Chrome and Chromium browsers the monopoly and the only browsers worldwide that are used by Chrome, based on Chromium. So support Mozilla Firefox. That's a good thing that you can do to support it, Mozilla and Firefox browser, and you do something for your privacy. Thank you for your attention and for listening to my YouTube videos, and we see us at the next time.